Good morning, dear students. Welcome back for pericyclic reactions part 6. It will mainly focus on cycloaddition reactions. It is therefore called cycloaddition part 2. In previous sections, we have been learnt about what are cycloaddition reactions, their classifications, necessary requirements for feasibility of cycloaddition reactions, suprafacial and intrafacial approaches of orbital interactions, and FMO approach of cycloaddition reactions. However, in this section, we will be discussing uh, the sigma H and sigma V element of symmetry, correlation diagram for 2 plus 2 and 4 plus 2 cycloaddition, general introduction of Diels-Alder reaction, and its classification will be a part of this session. Finally, we'll end up this session with relative energies of HOMO and LUMO that will help us uh, during the problem solving approaches of 4n plus 2 or 2 plus 2 cycloaddition reactions. So let's start. Orbital symmetry correlation diagram methods. Uh, like we have done before in electrocyclic reactions, the symmetry properties of molecular orbitals of bonds involved in cycloaddition reactions are considered. Then we'll draw a correlation diagram between molecular orbital levels of reactant as well as product, and we'll connect these molecular orbitals of like symmetries by drawing a line. If the symmetries of molecular orbitals of reactant matches with the product, then we consider such kind of processes as thermally allowed. Whereas if the symmetries of molecular orbital of reactant matches with the symmetries of product in first excited state, then we refer these kind of processes as photochemically allowed processes. Before starting the correlation diagram method, let us consider a system that is 2 plus 2 system cycloaddition. We'll take it as example to demonstrate how to examine the sigma V and sigma H symmetry in such systems. The approach of two ethene molecules, as shown in this first first figure, uh, is considered as they are approaching towards each other through a parallel way. There are two symmetry planes present in the starting material. These are two symmetry planes as well as in transition state, and they are also present in the final product. The horizontal plane, this is a simple mirror plane. Horizontal plane of symmetry, which is referred as sigma H, is a plane between the two components of perpendicular of p orbitals. Whereas the vertical plane, this is the vertical plane which is referred as a mirror plane, which is known as sigma V. It splits the molecules into two equal halves perpendicularly through a sigma bond. These planes shall be referred as plane 1 and plane 2. Uh, Remember, these two planes means sigma H and sigma V uh, should not considered as symmetry element for the cycloaddition processes. So we'll see the symmetry of orbitals using this sigma V and sigma H planes uh, for drawing of correlation diagram of 2 plus 2 and correlation diagram of 4 plus 2 systems. So let us start. In this process, in given slide, the 2 plus 2 cycloaddition correlation diagram is shown over here. We are basically concerned with 4 pi orbitals of two ethene molecules because we are connecting two ethene molecules together. Therefore, we will have four pi orbitals, and these four pi orbitals will give us, after connecting the four sigma orbitals of product, and we'll assign symmetry according to the previous slide, sigma v and sigma h, as mentioned here. This is plane 1, this is sigma h, plane 2, this is sigma v, and based on their symmetry, we'll assign if the orbitals are symmetric for both. Like in this case, if we put a plane, mirror plane over here, therefore image of first half will be the second half. It means it is symmetric towards sigma v. Similarly, if we put a plane over here, then the upper half will have a mirror image of lower half. That's why this system at ground state have symmetry towards sigma h as well as symmetry towards sigma v. Therefore, it is referred as SS. Pi 1 will be symmetrically towards sigma v plane as well as symmetrically towards sigma h plane. Similarly, coming to the pi 2, where these two are symmetric, this vertical plane. If you see, this is vertical plane. So towards vertical plane, the orbitals are symmetric, whereas towards this horizontal plane, these two lobes are empty lobes. Its mirror image is coming like this. This is filled lobe. Therefore, this is antisymmetric. So for sigma v, this A stands for sigma h. This is A stands for horizontal plane of symmetry, and S stands for vertical plane of symmetry. Therefore, towards sigma v, sigma h, it is antisymmetric. For sigma v, it is symmetric. Therefore, it is AS. Similarly, we'll discuss the symmetry with respect to pi 3. It is symmetric towards sigma v, towards symmetric towards sigma h, because the mirror image of this filled lobe will be this one and empty lobe will be this one. So, and antisymmetric towards the vertical plane of symmetry. Therefore, the symmetry element for this pi 3 star system will be symmetric towards horizontal plane and antisymmetric towards vertical plane. Coming to this pi star 2, pi star 2, which will be antisymmetric in both with respect to the both the planes, like means it will be antisymmetric towards vertical plane as well as antisymmetric towards horizontal plane. Now we'll discuss the symmetry of the product. Similarly, we'll assign symmetry towards vertical plane as well as horizontal plane. Therefore, the product, this is sigma bonded system, where the extent of bonding is maximum. It will symmetric towards horizontal plane as well as symmetric towards vertical plane. Coming to the sigma 2, sigma 2 is symmetric towards horizontal plane but antisymmetric towards vertical plane. Coming to sigma star 3, it will be antisymmetric towards horizontal mirror plane and symmetric towards vertical plane. And finally, the sigma star 2, which will be antisymmetric towards both the planes, means it will antisymmetric towards horizontal plane as well as antisymmetric towards vertical plane. Now we'll apply the orbital symmetry conservation rule as given by Woodward and Hoffman to this 2+2 cycloaddition system, and we'll try to match the symmetry labels of molecular orbital under ground state as well as excited state. If we simply match, then we can see with this correlation diagram that the ground state of reactant means this is the ground state. This is nodal plane where the non-bonding electron will reside, and below this will be bonding region, and above this will be anti-bonding region. So this bonding region is referred as ground state. This region is referred as excited state. We can see easily that the ground state of reactant does not matches with the ground state of product. Instead of matching ground state of product, the ground state of reactant is matching with the first excited state of product. Similarly, ground state of product is matching with the first excited state of reactant. Hence, we can call that this process, 2+2 process, will be thermally forbidden process. It is a symmetrically forbidden under thermal condition. Whereas, if we excite one electron from this to this, then we can say that uh, here we have two electrons and third, fourth electron. Then we can see that the ground state, the first, it means under this excited state, the first excited state of reactant must matches with the first excited state of product, which is clearly seen by this slide. We have this reactant side where the first excited state of reactant side is matching with the first excited state of product. It means pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3 star is matching with sigma 1, sigma 2 and sigma 3 star. Therefore, this 2 plus 2 processes under photochemical condition is symmetrically allowed. Similarly, we'll do this. We'll do the correlation study for 4 plus 2 cycloaddition, as we have done in previous slide for 2 plus 2 addition. We'll first draw the symmetry, draw the molecular orbitals of reactant as well as product, and assign symmetry for each orbitals of molecular orbital reactant product. In this case, we'll consider only vertical plane of symmetry, that is sigma v, and we'll see whether they are matching in the ground state or they are matching in the excited state based on their correlation between reactant and product molecular orbital. We'll consider the feasibility of 4 plus 2 cycloaddition either in thermal state or in photochemical state. Since there are six molecular orbitals are involving in the bond formation, whether in reactant and product. Therefore, we must consider the symmetries of all 6 molecular orbitals. If we see the reactant side, we have psi 1. This is for a delocalized butadiene system. Pi. This is for ethylene system. Psi 2. This is for butadiene system, which is localized system. Psi 3 corresponds to the antibonding of this psi 2, and pi star corresponds to antibonding of pi, and psi 4 corresponds to antibonding of psi 1. Similarly, this is the sigma bond which is connecting these two systems to form a six-membered ring. Therefore, we will consider first the sigma bond. This will have the lowest energy. Then these are again the sigma bonding situation, but the symmetry is different of both the sigma bonds. This is pi bond. Third, again the pi star, sigma 3 star for sigma 2. It is sigma 4 star for sigma 1. We can clearly see that the energies of orbitals of reactant and product have a difference. Basically, when we consider the sigma system, we know that sigma bond is more stable than pi bond. Therefore, there will be energy drop after the formation of sigma bond. Hence, we'll assign the sigma bond as lower level. Pi will remain as it is. Similarly, uh, the antibonding of sigma bond will goes up like this. Okay, and pi will remain as it is. Now we'll assign the symmetry towards the vertical plane, which will bisect the each molecular orbital of reactant as well as product into two equal halves. Based on this division by the mirror plane placed vertically, we'll assign whether the orbitals are symmetric or asymmetric. Since this system ground state, that is this is a ground state of 4n, it is in phase, therefore we'll have two equal halves. That's why we call it symmetric. Similarly, pi orbital is also symmetric. Here it is psi 2 of 4n system will be out of phase, therefore it is antisymmetric. Psi 3, it is again in phase, therefore symmetric. Pi star, it will be out of phase, antisymmetric, and psi 3 is psi 4 star, it is also out of phase, that's why it is antisymmetric towards vertical mirror plane. Similarly, coming to this product side, we'll put the mirror plane in the vertical plane, therefore we'll see the symmetry First, the sigma bond will be symmetric. This sigma bond will be antisymmetric because these lobes are filled, these are unfilled. Similarly, this pi system is symmetric, pi star antisymmetric, pi 3 star symmetric, and sigma 3 star symmetric, and sigma 4 star antisymmetric. Now we'll match the symmetry of molecular orbitals by line, and we can clearly see that the ground state of reactant matches with the ground state of product. This is the ground state. From here we can say that this is the energy barrier separation, energy barrier. This is the line which is separating the energy barriers, these two energy states. This is high energy state, low energy state. This is known as thermal, this is known as this is known as bonding, this level is known as anti-bonding. So under thermal condition, ground state of reactant matches with the ground state of product, hence it is symmetrically allowed. Psi 1, pi, psi 2 is clearly matching with sigma 1, sigma 2 and pi, whereas under photochemical condition or first excited state of reactant does not matches with the first excited state of product, hence it is symmetrically forbidden. Therefore 4 plus 2 addition will be thermally allowed. Similar trend we have already discussed during the electrocyclation, where 4 plus 2 system is thermally allowed and 2 plus 2 system is photochemically allowed. This 4 plus, let us start the 4 plus 2 cycloaddition. In 4 plus 2 cycloaddition, it is also referred as pi 4s plus pi 4s. It means pi system, 4 pi system and 2 pi system, they are mixing together to give you a 6-membered state via supra manner. This reaction was first proposed by Diels and Elder, who won the Nobel Prize of 1950. Elder was the students of Diels. Okay, it is not only provide an easy access for the synthesis of 6-membered carbocyclic ring, but this reaction is always helpful to get to synthesize the heterocyclic 6-membered rings also. It is a reversible process at high temperature. The Diels-Elder reaction, that is 4 pi plus 2 pi cycloaddition, in which this 4 pi system, this system is known as diene and this system is known as dienophile. It means it is donor and this is considered as acceptor. Okay, this process is very useful because it generates 4 new sp3 carbon stereoselectively. We know that sp3 carbons are stable in compared to sp2 carbon. Therefore in this case here all the carbons are sp2, whereas in this cyclic system 1 2 3 4 carbons are sp3 carbon. Therefore this system is highly stable in compared to this one. Therefore the energy gain for this process is very high. It is about 167 kilojoule per mole. This reaction is highly stereospecific. We will discuss this in a separate section of stereochemistry of 4 plus 2 cycloaddition. In this case, we have shown that the pericyclic reactions takes place via a concerted manner by the redistribution of bonding electrons. The two reactants simply form a transition state and then leads the product formation. Two depictions are shown here. One shows the line diagram where these two, this is a diene system, this is a dienophile system, how they approach towards each other during cyclation. And second is the approach of orbital interaction, which shows that the HOMO of diene and LUMO of dienophile will cyclize through a suprafacial manner and it is a symmetry allowed process. That's why the cyclization is highly favored. Similarly, in this slide, you can, for a simple Diels-Elder reaction, a simple 4 plus 2 addition, where the diene and dienophile are unsubstituted, you can choose diene as HOMO. You can select diene as HOMO and dienophile as LUMO. Similarly, you can select diene as LUMO and dienophile as HOMO. In all the cases you will end up with in phase interaction of frontier molecular orbitals, and the system will be feasible. Now this slide shows the relative energies of HOMO and LUMO of Pauline. Uh, the relative energies of HOMO and LUMO of Pauline decreases with increase in conjugation, because with increase in conjugation the nucleophilicity of system increases. Hence HOMO becomes higher energy, higher energetics. As you can see here, this is pi system, this is butadiene system. There are two double bond, conjugated two double bonds. This HOMO will be little bit higher. In 135 hexatriene, there are three conjugate double bond. So the HOMO of 135 hexatriene will be little bit higher in energy. Similarly, this is for 135 uh, octatetraene, the energy will be a bit higher. So this concept will uh, consider while discussing the reactions of 4+2 cycloadditions. Types of cycloaddition: we can have three types of cycloaddition. This is normal 4+2 addition, in which diene should be electron rich and dienophile electron poor. Second class of 4+2 addition is inverse electron demand. That is, means the situation will be reversed in comparison to normal diene. Diene will be electron poor and dienophile electron rich. And third one is the heterocyclic, for hetero 4+2 cycloaddition, in which heteroatom can be a part of diene or dienophile. Here we can see that the heterocyclic compound can be synthesized easily. This is also 4+2 addition. This is normal 4+2 addition. We'll discuss one by one separately. This is the question from previous section. We have to examine this cycloaddition of two 4 pi systems under thermal and photochemical condition. If we see the photochemical condition first, then 4+4 system corresponds to 4n system. Therefore, HOMO of one reactant and LUMO of other reactant under photochemical condition. So we'll excite this HOMO of because electrons are residing only on the field orbital. Therefore, we'll excite the HOMO of this reactant. So it will be psi3 of first diene, and this is psi3 LUMO of second diene. It will be in phase system, so the bonding is feasible. Whereas if we try to do this reaction under thermal condition, instead of giving this 4+4, it will prefer to give 4+2 addition, because 4+2 addition is energetically or enthalpically very favorable process. That's all for this lecture. In next lecture, we'll continue the cycloaddition reactions, basically Diels-Alder reactions and their reactivities.